Hey everyone, it's me, Damon the Scorpion Pill. Uh, Today I'm doing something a little bit different. It's not my normal thing. It's not just gonna be a fun filled thing. I'm gonna call it Thoughtful Tuesday. We're just gonna go over one of the thoughts I've put up on Twitter, which by the time this video goes live, the tweet should be going live like 4 hours after, so you should be able to see it, but anyways, the whole idea is a lot of people get determined to do something, and then when it doesn't work out, that's it. They're crushed, they're devastated, and they don't know where to go after that. My whole thing is recognize that there's more than one road to get to a path. Everyone likes to think that there's like this one magical road. And you know what? There is a road that's definitely easier. And some people are lucky. They get that road. But a lot of us aren't. Making it successful, being big, all of that, a lot of times you're not going to be lucky and get that road. The whole thing I was getting at with the tweet that's going to be up is the most accurate part of an RPG game to me is actually the RNG aspect of it, which is like the randomized effect of what loot you'll get, all that. Some people, myself included, I have horrible luck with it. I mean, my friends will get amazing item drops all the time, and I'll be lucky if I get a pebble that drops every now and then. It doesn't take anything away from the game. I can still play it, I have fun, but I understand that I'm not lucky, even in the game, and I'm not lucky in real life. And a lot of times that can also be a factor in real life, that RNG factor. Because you can be lucky and just all of a sudden have that circumstance fall into your lap and it skyrockets you to the moon. It takes you down that road, that well paved one that's going to get you to where you want to go. It's going to get you there fast and it's going to seem amazing. Or you could have just been blessed and you know people that can help you on that road. And for those people, I'm not taking anything away from their accomplishments or what they've done. It's amazing. I'm happy they had that. But a lot of us, that's not going to be the case. This well paved road is most likely not going to be the one you're able to take, not going to be the one that is even there available for you to take. You might as well see a road closed sign over it. But don't let that discourage you. That is not the end. There are multiple roads to it. And don't limit yourself. So, let's say your goal is I want to be a lawyer. But you take the bar, you keep failing, it's just not going to happen with that. Take a step back and look at why you wanted to be a lawyer. Was it the money? Was it to help people? I mean, what was it? Find that greater spectrum. And you can still accomplish that. It might not be through the route you originally thought, but the grand scheme, you can get there. It's perfectly fine to have I want to do this, but try to think about why. Try to think about what the grand scheme is. Like me, I released my book, everything. My grand scheme, it is just to make my name reach the heavens, entertain people, make a smile across people's face, make them forget about maybe their woes or problems for a little bit as they watch one of my YouTube videos, as they read my book, as they read one of my tweets, any of it. My goal is to entertain them and make them forget about what might be wrong in their life for a time. That's something that I'm trying to accomplish with my books now. I've tried to do with my wrestling. I mean, there's multiple roads to that path, and I'm not just dead set on one. Now, I have a lot of fun with my wrestling videos, but I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't do that day in, day out. My body just wouldn't let me. I have aches and pains that really get to me. I try not to show it, but I couldn't do that day in and day out. Now, as an occasional thing, yeah, I could do that. I would love if I somehow got big enough that WWE or AEW or any of those wrestling promotions, even Ring of Honor, Impact, if they wanted to like invite me for a one-off match or something like that, I would do it in a heart second because I do really enjoy it. But I knew that wasn't the route for me. My body couldn't keep up with it. Now, that being said, I went over to writing, which I also really enjoy. I have a lot of stories in my head, and it feels great to actually put them on paper. It can be stressful as hell too, but it feels great to put it down and know that, I'm going to be entertaining people if they actually give me the chance and pick it up and read it. But what I'm saying is, I wasn't dead set on just one track. I knew there were multiple tracks, and if my writing doesn't work out, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to try another route. I don't really care what it is, I will find a way to accomplish that overall goal. If I have to get out of my car and walk down, the creepy trail leading to the path, I will. So just don't get in your head this mindset of it has to be this way. No other way is accomplishable. It's not. And always try to have the grand scheme. It's okay to have the little goals, but make the more definitive ones little goals. So if you don't accomplish it or it's not going to happen, it's not as devastating because you can still reach that big goal just through another means. I hope you're understanding what I'm saying, but always just keep that in mind. You can accomplish what you want to. You just need to make sure that what you're trying to accomplish isn't the means to the end, but is the end itself. Like lawyers, it make money, help people. That making money, if that was the goal, there's plenty of ways you can do that. If it's helping people, lawyer would be nice, but there's other ways you can help innocent people. So those would be the ends, what you're trying to actually accomplish. Don't get stuck up on this one particular means to that end. So, when you take your steps forward for this, you walk off that path, it's going to be scary. The main road is the one you want to take. It's the least stressful, the least frightening, but it's also the least accessible. The other roads are going to take you a long time. It's not going to be easy, it's going to be hard. You might have to travel through a swamp. I mean, it's going to suck. I'm not going to lie. And it's going to be if you can keep your mentality right, keep yourself in it, not give up. Because you haven't truly failed until you give up. You can always keep going back. You can try again. You can come up with a new plan. And that's what you have to do. Am I saying that if you don't give up, if you keep trying to take different roads, you'll reach it? I wish I could say yes, guaranteed you'll reach it. But I can't. That's simply not how it is. Now, if you were a mortal, I could say without a doubt, yes, you'd reach it. But one of the most guaranteed things about humans is the ending. The ending of our story is guaranteed. We're all gonna die. It's just a matter of when and how. So, you might not have the time to take every road you need to make it there. But if you kept going and you have the time, I guarantee you will make it further along that path than if you just gave up at the start. There's no point in just giving up at the start. You should try. There's no harm in it, really. The biggest fear of that is the unknown of that. What if I fell? Did I waste money? Did I waste time? Now, money, it sucks when you don't have it. It really does. And it seems horrible. But you can always get more money. Eventually, you will get more. It might not come quick. It might be miserable. But you will get more. Time, you can't get more. That's one of the things that's so scary is, did I waste my time? Because you can't get that back. That previous day that you spent working as hard as you could for this, it's gone. Never to return. That time's clicked out. You only have a finite amount of time, and wasting it, yeah, That's terrifying, man. But if you don't venture, if you don't try, you will never succeed. And I'd rather try and possibly fail or just time out than never step to the plate at all. It's one of the reasons I've never played baseball, honestly. I can't just sit there and not swing. I'm going to swing all 3 times just because if I get to the plate and I strike out but never swung, I can't do that. That's not me. I have to swing. I'm going to swing for the fences every time. And I'm not saying that you have to swing for the fences every time, but at least try. That's the best advice I can give you, and I hope this is kind of clarifying the tweet I did. Hopefully it's helping you understand it more. Hopefully it's helping you some. I might do another Thoughtful Tuesday at a different time. I don't know. My channel here is usually for my own fun, so this is a little bit off. If you guys like it though, you like me explaining the tweet or would like me to explain a different tweet, I'm more than willing to. Just leave it in the comments below. I'm also okay with this type of thing. Like I said, my goal is to entertain, and if this is what you guys find entertaining, what you like, I can easily do this. Just make sure that when you step up to the plate, you don't regret when you walk away. Be it a strikeout or a hit, when you walk away from the plate, just try to make sure you don't regret what you did while you were there. You're nothing ventured, nothing gained. I mean, there's a bunch of sayings all about this, and they're corny, but they're also true. I mean, if I never put my best foot forward, how do I expect to get anything out of it? I have to go with everything I have. I have to give it my all. And, sometimes it'll work out, sometimes it won't, but you know that you tried, that you did it, that you gave it your all, and that can mean a lot. Yeah, I think I'm just rambling on at this point. I'm sure there's more I wanted to say, and maybe I'll clarify more in another video, or if you guys have questions, put them below and I'll clarify it. If enough people want, I'll, like I said, do this more often, maybe do a bi-weekly thing, or even a weekly thing if it's popular enough, or if you guys actually like it. But, yeah, for the time being, I think that's all that I have to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it's a different note than normal, but, it's a serious topic. A lot of people are out there, and they're scared to take that next step. I fully understand. That sense of failure is really looming. My book, I've invested so much time and effort in, and money, everything, and I'm just trying to get people to give it a chance, pick it up, and that can be stressful, extremely stressful, but anything worth doing, anything worth achieving, it's kind of worth that effort, that stress to get there. It makes it all the more worthwhile when you make it. If you were just handed it, do you really feel accomplished? It's kind of like back in the day. I know I said I would stop, but one last thing. When I was young, it'd be the whole, don't get your hand stuck in the cookie jar, so don't steal a cookie. That always made it where, like, when you got that cookie, you successfully snuck and got it, you felt so achieved, like, yeah, I got it. Over when your parent just handed you the cookie. I'm not gonna lie, I, like any other kid, had to sneak a cookie out of the cookie jar. And most of the time you'd get busted and you not get the cookie. But those few times when you got away with it, it was amazing. Best cookie you ever had. Why? Because it was one that you worked hard for. Things that are given to you or are too easy, it's hard to actually appreciate them. You appreciate something so much more when you've poured your blood, your sweat, your tears into it. You've worked your butt off to accomplish it. And when you do, I mean, it means that much more to you. You know that it was you. The old sayings, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. And that's fine, but a lot of people don't have bootstraps. So then you have to make your own bootstraps. But those bootstraps, I mean, I'm no expert at making bootstraps, so my bootstraps are probably going to tear, rip, everything else. So it's going to be hard to pull myself up by it. But when I actually do, when I accomplish that, it's going to mean so much to me. I mean, which one do you feel better about? The test that you didn't study for, you didn't do anything for, you just get an A because it was either that easy or the teacher graded on a curve? Yeah, as far as your grade goes, you're happy. But which one feels better? That A that was just kind of handed it to you? Or the one that you spent the effort? You worked hard. You were so nervous, so scared. You didn't know. I mean, you thought you were going to have a heart attack. But all that effort paid off, and you got an A on the project or on the test. I mean, it always feels great when you see that reward for your hard work. I'm going to go ahead and end it now because I could just keep rambling. I know me. And I have to watch that with everything because, like I said, I'm an entertainer. I have no problem speaking in front of people. I can just keep going and going. I might kind of do circles sometimes, but anyone, if you are talking, will kind of do circles because it's to jog your memory. My memory's horrible. I mean, I have my little journal here that I write stuff down so I can remember on either things to tweet or characters for my book or ideas for it because I'm going to forget them. I have so many going through my head. So, yeah, before I keep going, I'm going to go ahead and stop, but make sure to let me know if you like it and if you want more of these. I'd be more than willing to do it. Hopefully, I mean, you like it and it helps you. I hope you guys have a great night. I hope you had a great Memorial Day. I hope the rest of your week is great. And remember, it is worth trying. Even if you don't get there, it's still worth the try. See you guys later. And I know I just said I would quit, and I will, but I want you all to know I include you. If you subscribed, if you watched, if you liked, if you disliked, I include all of you in my cyclone. As far as I'm concerned, the world is my cyclone, even if you guys don't know it yet. And cyclone is just what I call my fan base. And it's because I call myself the Scorpion, and a cyclone is a group of scorpions. I know it's not the most creative, it's not like Damaholics or any of those weird ones people do, but I like it. I've called myself the Scorpion since I think I was 12. And it was all due to the fact that I refused to give up. I've always been small. I've never been like athletically gifted. I've had a bad memory. I did well in school, but it was rough. So it's just one of those things. A scorpion, it doesn't matter how big the opponent is, how fearsome, what's going on, it will sting them. It's in their nature to sting them even if it means their own demise. That's me. It's in my nature to try even if it brings about my own demise. I have to do it. I have to go forward. So it's just a moniker that's always fit me. And because of that, that's what I decided to call my fan base. And I swear I'm stopping now. Don't worry. I'm sorry this video is so long. I did not mean that. I thought I'd jump on here and do like a 5-minute one, but yeah. Thanks everyone. Have a great night.